Good afternoon. Today is the 15th of February, and we are going to continue where we left off yesterday with the verb to be in your grammar homework that I left you. We're going to go ahead and check that right now, and then we're going to move into pronunciation, which is what we are supposed to be doing today. So let's check the answers to the grammar that you had for homework and see if you got that correct. Now here we have the full form, okay, of the sentence, and here you're supposed to put it in contractions, okay? So here the full form in the example that I have is I am from Chile. And in contractions we take the A away, connect the I and the M, and we have I'm from Chile. In the next one, we have it is a nice school. And what we are going to do here is take the I away from the is and put it's a nice school. Okay? Can you guys see that? It looks a little light from my point of view, but hopefully you're okay. The next one, we are in level 2. We're going to go ahead and take the A from R, take it out, leave the apostrophe, and then RE. We're in level 2. Okay? Hopefully you guys are getting this correct. Number 3, you are in room 6. Again, we're going to take the R, the A away, connect it with the U, and then we have you're in room 6. Good? He is Alex. We're going to take the letter away from the verb to be and say he's Alex. Number 5, they are students. They're students. Number 6, she is a teacher. She's a teacher. And the last one, I am fine. We make our contraction. I'm fine. What I want you to do for right now is I want you to practice the pronunciation of each of these. So go ahead and practice the pronunciation of the full form and then switch over to the form in the contraction. For example, I am from Chile. You repeat, and then I'm from Chile. Okay? Go ahead and practice that for a sec, and I will be right back. Welcome back. We're going to go ahead and go to the next area of our homework, and we're going to go ahead and check how we answered this one. For example, my last name blank Lopez. What are we going to put? We have 3 choices: am, is, or are. My last name am Lopez. Correct? No. Let's check again. My last name is Lopez. That sounds correct, but let's check the third one just to be safe. My last name are Lopez. But are we use for more than one. Am we use for me personally, or I. And is seems to be the only one that fits because it's for singular. My last name is Lopez. Right? And you know, I'm going to switch markers just in case you can't see the red. We blank from Taipei. Here we have we. So we know it's more than one person. We're going to use are. We are from Taipei. I blank Anna. And I said, every time we use I, we're going to use am. I am Anna. Antonio and Juan blank in room 7. Antonio and Juan are two people, so we're going to use are. Antonio and Juan are in room 7. The teacher blank English. Well, there's only one teacher, that's me, right? So, the teacher is English. You blank in level 3. Now remember, you can be used for singular and plural, and it can be used for formal and informal situations, right? So how are we going to do this? Let's check. Let's do the 3 checks and see which one sounds better. You am in level 3. Well, no, plus am we only use with I, so no. You is in level 3. Well, that would work, but it just doesn't sound right, does it? You are in level 3. There you go. We use are with you because we always look at you as plural when we're using the verb to be. We don't use is. Let's finish with number 7. She blank a student, she being one person. So we're going to use is a student. All right? I want you to go ahead and read these sentences like 3 times just so you could get the pronunciation and the flow of the sentence. And then we're going to go ahead and what I'm going to do is pause the video, clean off the board, and we're going to go ahead and jump into our pronunciation, okay? All right. I'll see you in a little bit. Hi and welcome back. We're here again with our pronunciation, and this is where we're going to finish off the class for today. So, let me explain something to you. I have some pictures up here that I went ahead and drew. And this is actually going to serve a purpose. These pictures, and even the boxes which are colored differently, are each going to help you remember pronunciation. Pronunciation, what most teachers do, that I've seen, actually all teachers, is no. For example, please, no. Not like that. It's please. Right? Please, no, please. And this is how they teach pronunciation. And while it's not a bad method, because you're actually learning how to pronounce it from someone who actually uses the word, there's, I think, a better method to help you remember, and then you can decide the accent you want to use when you're speaking in English. The reason I say accent is because people say words in different ways depending on where you're from. For example, someone in Chicago is going to speak differently than someone from Texas. Or someone from Texas is going to speak differently than someone from Los Angeles. Right? We have different accents depending on the area in which we live. Right? The words are sometimes different. A Coke in one area is called, can I have a pop, please? P-O-P. Can I have a pop? And other people will call it a soda. So we're going to go ahead and formalize that so it's not just me representing the pronunciation for you, but also so that you can see the pronunciation and remember it through pictures. That's why we have the pictures. The pictures are there so that you remember, this symbol or phonetic symbol in red is my sound. And the picture that is with the phonetic symbol is going to help you remember the sound. Okay? So remembering a sound just because someone says no, it's pronounced please, is more difficult than remembering, yeah, that's a boot. So the sound is ooh, right? So that's what we're going to do. Let me introduce you to the phonetic symbols. Here, I want you to listen. Here we have a fish. Sound is I. Here we have a tree, and the sound is E. Here we have a picture of a cat, and the sound is eh. Here we have a picture of a boot, and the sound is ooh. Here we have a picture of a train, and the sound is A. And this one, I always say, it's easy for all the Mexicans because this is a picture of a bike, and the sound I hear everywhere is I, or ay, ay, ay. Right? Am I right? You know I am. Okay, those are the sounds. So what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and repeat. I want you to listen, and then I want you to repeat after me. Okay? Good. Let's do it. All right. Here we go. Fish. I. Tree. E. Cat. Boot. Ooh. Train. A. Bike. I. Okay. Let me explain a little more about these pictures. Some of the pictures, like tree and boot, you see these two little dots right next to the sound, the phonetic symbol, right? These two dots represent a long sound. So when you see these two dots in a dictionary, for example, it tells you, this is going to be a long sound, not a short. So it's not tree, it's tree. So when you see these two dots, you probably don't see them here, but I made them here a little darker. That's for a long sound. Okay? Now, here, we actually have something a little different. These are called diphthongs. Can anyone tell me what a diphthong is? No. Nobody? Because I would be receiving a text right now, right? Diphthongs are two sounds in one. So here we have two sounds that are put together in one. Why? Because these are common sounds. And I don't know if you can see this, but I went ahead and colored the boxes according to their category. For example, the red or the pink, however you see it, boxes are short sounds, short vowel sounds. Let me explain that. So we have, for example, an A, okay, like in cat. In English, we have a lot of sounds with A that are different. Okay, vowels don't just have one sound; they have different sounds in which you will need to know how to pronounce it, and if you don't, these phonetic symbols or the actual phonetic symbols will help you remember how to pronounce it for that word, because these phonetic symbols you will also see in your dictionary. And don't forget, if you have your Oxford Dictionary, I will let you use that on your exams. It makes, I don't know why people don't, you need a dictionary. But if you have an Oxford Dictionary, I will let you use that on your exams. Okay? All right, so we did the pronunciation. Now, we're going to have to put some words down here to fill in these blanks. Let me do that first. Seems like I forgot to put some words. And then we'll go ahead and do exercise B, which is we're going to be placing those words into those blanks. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I went ahead and put the words up. It takes a little longer when I do all these different colors, and especially the pictures. This took me a little while. But let's go ahead and get into it. We have these words here, and I want these words to go into the columns above. So I want you to go ahead and do that now. All right? And since you don't have the board, notebook. Open your notebook, put it in your notebook. Then what you're going to do after we do this homework, which is this one, and I have another one over here on this side, we're going to go, you take your picture and you put it in Classroom so I can see that you did it. Okay? Now, as I did the other day, I'm not going to give you the answers. You're going to put them into the columns and then send it to me and I will check. Okay? And then I'll give you a grade for that. We will do the answers tomorrow in tomorrow's class. All right. And here we go ahead and we're going to see the stress again, right? But now we're going to see the stress for the word. For example, here I drew a picture of a guy and he says, "A coffee, please." Where's the stress? A coffee, please. Is it an a? Do we have a stress for one syllable word? Usually not, right? Otherwise the whole word would be stressed. Please, that's another one syllable word. So probably not. However, coffee is two syllables. Where is the stress? Is it in coffee? Right? A coffee, please? Or is it at the end? Coffee. Can I have a coffee? Can I have a coffee, please? All right. Where is the stress? Have you guys figured it out? Coffee. Can I have a coffee, please? That is where the stress is. Stress is important. Remember, English and any language is like music. They're very similar. And you work with tones. Okay? And in this case, stress. We call it stress. All right. Here, a little mixed up, but I want you to take these words and go ahead and tell me where the stress is in these words. I don't want you to use a dictionary. I want you to use, well, these are simple words. We call these international words. International words because most languages are going to have these words and use them because these are travel words, right? These are words that are common during travel or, common because of what they are, like a computer. Okay? So I want you to go ahead and underline, this is underline, the stress in all of these words. Okay? That's your second assignment. So write these words in your notebook and underline the stress, and then we will check that also tomorrow. Okay. Now here I wrote down listen and check because we were going to check it today, but then I decided, no, let me do this next day stuff so you have a day to, get your answers in and prepare for the next class, and then we'll start the next class with the answers that I have to put into these assignments that I give you. Okay. So here we listen and check, and we will do the listening again. Because we didn't do it now, because I'm not going to go ahead and pronounce these words. These are words you should know. And so you're going to go ahead and pronounce the words and put the line, the underline, where you think the stress is. Okay? Now, the words to be stressed have more than one syllable. Okay? So the stress goes into a syllable. Okay? You can't put two syllables together. It doesn't happen that way. All right, so listen and check. We'll do that tomorrow. Which two words are not stressed in the first syllable? Well, I just gave something away, right? Two of these words are not stressed on the first syllable. Which ones? Okay, and here we write the words from C, which are these. We write the words from C into this chart. Okay, we have three categories: food and drinks, travel, and communication. So I want you to go ahead and take these words. Well, take coffee since I already did coffee. Coffee. And we'll put it into one of these. Is coffee for communicating? Well, not really. Is coffee for travel? Well, you can get it on travel, but that's not really what coffee is, right? What is coffee? It's a drink. So it goes under food and drinks. Coffee. Put it in here, okay? And if you remember, underline the stress. I want you guys to practice that for right now, okay? Because we will be using this on exams. All right. The last assignment that I have for you guys is to write 2 or more words in each of these columns. I don't care what word you pick. All right, but go ahead and put 2 or more words, and then we will check to make sure that those words are in the correct category. Okay, this is hopefully to help build a little bit of your vocabulary, or hopefully to see that you already know a little bit of this vocabulary. And this is our pronunciation part of the class. So we're going to stop here, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish off this class for today, and we will check these answers tomorrow before we begin the next class, which will be our second vocabulary. First it was saying hello, remember? Hello, John. And right? Or what's your name? My name's Janet Lee. You're in room 6. We saw that, saying hello. The next part of the vocabulary is going to be our numbers and maybe a little bit of some words that have to do with the travel, since we're looking into the international words, and that's it. Okay, hopefully it's a shorter class. I'm sorry, this is a 20-minute class. Anyway, we're going to stop here. Don't forget your homework, notebook, and don't forget to get your dictionary. You need a dictionary. Don't use the phone. Okay, the phone, yes, it helps you. It does things quickly, but they don't stay in your head. If you actually have to look through a book to find one word, then you remember the word because you don't want to do it again. Right? This is what I've seen in my years as a teacher. The books help you remember. The cell phone doesn't. The cell phone's quick, right? But it doesn't help you remember. You'll forget. It takes effort to learn and keep. All right, that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.